So we are live on YouTube right now.
Okay.
Very good.
Thank you.
Very good afternoon to all viewers today. We have a very seasoned and veteran industry leader with us who has served a lot in the public sector domain and has a lot of experience in HR and has forayed into CSR right now. And we are learning how is his transition and what are his main things that he would be focusing in times to come. We would like to welcome Mr. Debasis Satapathy, GM HR and CSR of NBCC. Welcome on our show, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sir, how has your journey been? You have been in HR for close to 2 decades and presently you are also working on CSR at NBCC. How is your journey till now and expectations from the role?
Right. In fact, in my journey of last 25 years, I have served in more than 10 states in the country, starting from in the eastern side, from Bihar, Odisha, UP, coming to north is Rajasthan, Haryana, Gujarat, Maharashtra, and in MP as well. So it's a journey which is very, very fulfilling. And because of the exposure in different geographies and different states and people, what has really happened, I'll tell you, there's a beautiful learning which has happened to me from almost all the states. And I could find the culture of the people, which is different from other states. And I could find the focus of the people is also something different from state to state. And one thing which I found very, very interesting is that almost all the organizations, thankfully, wherever I have served, much before the CSR came as a structured rule by the government of India, they had already started the CSRs. Starting from my stint in Balarpur Industries Limited in Orissa, close to some 1.5 to 2% of the money was being spent for the place where the factory was situated. So in the surrounding areas, there was also spending the money for the betterment of the people, the locality, and all this. And when I moved from Koraput district of Orissa to Maharashtra in a place like Balarpur, I found close to 4 to 5% of the total profit every year was also being spent for the upliftment of the people, those who are staying in the surrounding areas. So also is my experience when I was in Haryana, UP, and Gujarat as well. So what I find is that like Tata's, which started the CSR activities much before the before formally it came as a law in the country. To my surprise as well as to my I'm really happy to share that in all these organizations wherever I've served, they're really concerned about the society, and the CSR activities had started much before to the government of India's promulgation and making it a law. So that's my experience. And apart from CSR, yes, other facets of HR also I have come across in most of the organizations where I've served. The best experience I got when I was in Airtel as head of HR, and almost all the facets of HR I got exposed to, starting from talent acquisition to manage to employee engagement to talent development, top talent grooming, potential grooming, salary, the operations, the compensation, and all these areas. Over to you. It's now over to you. Shruti, are you able to listen me? Because I don't find any response from your side. Please call me if there is any network issue.
Am I audible to you, sir?
Yes, you are audible.
I'm sorry, network. So, what are the CSR activities NBCC has focused till now, and you would like to focus in times to come?
In fact, we have presence in all over the country, and so our focus is not confined to any particular state or a particular region. So our CSR activities are continuing in almost all parts of the country, starting from northeast to eastern part of the country, to southern part of the country, to western part of the country, and northern part of the country. And some of the projects which are there, let me share with you. We in Manipur, we are constructing a building which is for the HIV infected people and their family members. So that's one of the biggest projects which we are doing. Then in an aspirational district called Behraich in UP, there are many hospitals in the village, and there is a huge challenge of electricity. So we have put solar panels in the school, in these hospitals, so that there will be uninterrupted power supply. Another thing which we have done is that in there is a district called Siddharth Nagar in UP, which is an aspirational district, and we are putting oxygen generating machine because there is a lots of focus on oxygen generation in almost all the district hospitals. So we are putting an oxygen generating plant in that particular district hospital, so that no point of time there should be any shortfall of oxygen for the patients. Then one more project which you have done in Dadra Nagar Haveli near Gujarat, where there is an NGO called Akshay Patra. They are supplying food, and they wanted to have some vans which can transport the food items from one place to another. So we are supplying them the vans to them. Recently, as you know, vaccination program has taken off in a big way, and we are doing the vaccination program in Leh and Ladakh, and we have supplied the deep freezers, then other equipments which are required for the vaccination program. We have also supplied them the vans which will carry the vaccines and the refrigerators to different corners of Leh Ladakh. So these are some of the projects, and one more project which you'll really appreciate is that in an aspirational district in Maharashtra, which is called Gadchiroli, the schools which are there, they are very, very Naxalite infested areas. And for the nutrition of these children in the school, we are providing milk through NDDB. So that's another initiative which we have taken, so that due to lack of nutrition, there's not been impact on the children, and we are providing the milk to the children on a regular basis. Apart from that, we are developing the IIT Madras laboratory, and we are doing complete renovation of this IIT Madras laboratory, which is coming under CSR. Similarly, in Delhi also there is a prestigious college called Hindu College, and the entire laboratory is also being established by our organization. These are some of the projects which I have mentioned to you. But apart from that, there are so many other projects on which we have focused in different parts of the country. But net, we are focusing more on the aspirational districts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sir, what are your thoughts on employee and stakeholder engagement, and what models do you wish to engage the employees in?
Okay, so what you are saying is the engagement of our people which you are talking in the organization. You see, so far as employee engagement is concerned and stakeholder engagement is concerned, employee engagement is a focus area in our organization, and as a result of our focus on the engagement, we are getting consistently since 3 years the best employers award by the best employer organization. So they have done the survey in our organization. They have got the inputs from our organization, and after getting all the inputs and after interviewing our people and doing a survey, they found our organization can be rated as one of the best employers in the country. So one of the most important thing in engagement is the focus on training and development of the people. We have targeted that we should have at least 3 mandates of training program on behavioral, managerial, and leadership training program for each of our employee spread in different parts of the country and overseas. So the training are on managerial effectiveness, concrete technology, could be on bank guarantee, could be on Griha rating, could be on project management, could be on electrical engineering for in civil construction projects. So there are variety of programs which are there. The programs are lateral thinking, managerial effectiveness, success through positive attitude, 7 habits of highly effective people, Edward D. Bonus, lateral thinking, and 7 habits of highly effective. So there are a variety of training programs which you do for the whole year after identifying the training needs of the people. So that's an area where we do major investment, and almost all the Saturday Sundays are on training program. And because of the COVID, now all the programs are happening through video conferencing. So our employees, those who are there, those who are operating from Jammu Kashmir to Kanyakumari to Andaman Nicobar to Seychelles to Northeast, your Tripura, your Manipur, your Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, people are nicely connected, and almost all the Saturday Sundays we have the training programs for them. Apart from that, we take people for outbound training programs to Ranikat on a regular basis to ensure that there is a team building which happens with them. Then apart from this, there are a variety of engagement activities which you do in the organization. like Diwali Mela, New Year celebration, and in the head office also we have n number of competitions which you do, n number of quizzes which you do, and at the end of each program we have online. In the ERP we have an online system of evaluating the effectiveness of the programs, and they appear some quizzes, and those who are coming out as winners, they are being felicitated also. And after felicitation, they are being given certificates of this kind also for winning these programs. And these are being certified by our CMD himself. And that becomes, as you know, in public sector, a certificate of this kind is a treasure for employees. So they get lots of motivation out of these documents which they get from the organization, because that will be helping them in future while being considered for senior positions in the organization.
Okay. So what kind of NGOs do you all collaborate with?
Okay. Oh, okay. Let me tell you, we, frankly speaking, we don't directly deal with the NGOs, but any NGO puts a proposal before us through the concerned collector of the district on health and nutrition, because that's the theme of the Government of India for the current year as well as the last year, that the entire focus will be on the health and nutrition. So any NGO which brings a project through the concerned collector to us, we consider. If it is a aspirational district, nothing like that. If it is a health and nutrition, nothing like that. These are the projects which we on priority put it before the CSR board as well as the board, the CSR committee as well as the board of the company. And because the moment you put it before them, they ask two questions: is it from an aspirational district? Yes or no. Second, is it from health and nutrition? Yes or no. If in both the cases it is yes, then on priority the proposal is being cleared. So irrespective of the we don't really differentiate between NGOs. Any NGO can come and give us the proposal and we consider.
Okay, wonderful, sir. Sir, so even if they are not from aspirational district, would you still consider?
Yes, we can consider, because as per the what really happens, I'll tell you, our hands are a little tight. Every year, Government of India evaluates us that how much money from 100 rupees, suppose you have spent in the aspirational district. And if we are spending less than 60% of the money, then in the annual MOU means our annual appraisal of our PSU, they give us a rating: excellent, very good, good, and all this. So if we are spending less than 60% in aspirational district, then our rating comes down. If our rating comes down, then it directly impacts to the PRP, which we are getting every year, which is a sizable amount. Out of every 100 rupees we get, close to 30 rupees is your PRP. So if the rating would be less, our PRP would be less. So in the process, what do? It's not that we are not spending money in the non-aspirational district. We spend, but we give the last preference to that, because we always put focus on spending the money in aspirational district, just to ensure that we are not in the audit which is being conducted by the Government of India, CAG, Comptroller Auditor General. They don't give any stricture to us that you are not adhering to the government direction.
I see. So IICSR is dedicated research and development, capacity building, advisory, project implementation institute to build responsible business leaders. What skill gap do you see in the existing staff to build, and your expectation from the upcoming workforce?
I don't find any skill gap, because you see, after serving in HR for quite a long time, I found the CSR is a very cakewalk, I'll tell you. If you just read the CSR policies, rules, regulations, government directions, then within a week's time, you can have all the knowledge. And only thing which I find is that there is a genuineness should come from the hearts of the people, that we would like to make some difference for the people. So that genuineness, that if we are doing something, it is going to impact people, and you are making some difference in the hearts of the people. I'll just give you an example. If we are putting the money in a district like Gadchiroli, which is a very, very backward district of Maharashtra, which is highly Naxalite infested, if you are giving milk to them, to the children, it's a boon for them. They will give you lots of blessings. But if that same money I'm going to spend in Delhi in a particular project, suppose South Delhi Municipal Corporation, they wanted some money for a auditorium, right? So that money, I think government is supposed to take care of this particular thing in a place like Delhi. But in a place like Gadchiroli in Maharashtra, there is hardly any government initiative to give milk to the children. So if the people will have interest towards spending the money, spending their time and money and efforts, in the aspirational districts, then that will be a much more bigger impact which is going to the society. So it's not a question of skill gap, it's a question of willingness gap. So people, once they will be coming, the willingness would be from their heart to do some difference in the market, in the society, where you will be getting the blessings of the poorest of the poor. That is going to make lots of difference. That's what is my comment on this particular question.
Wonderful, sir. Any final message to all our viewers?
In fact, the message to everybody is that I am almost at the fag end of my career. I'm left with just 6 years of my service. I have already spent more than 25, 26 years of my service. I would suggest to everybody is that, like CSR is there in every organization, please have a PSR. PSR means personal social responsibility. So every month, just ensure a portion of your income. It could be 0.5%, it could be 1%, it could be 1.5%, it could be 2%. You should spend for the society. If you feel that society doesn't deserve this money, you spend this money for the school where you have studied, the college where you have studied, you are an alumni, or the village from where you are originally from. Because there will be many people in your village, those who may not be able to study well because of lack of money. There may be many people in the village, those are not able to come to the cities for higher studies because of financial dearth of money. So what I'm suggesting to everybody is that please find out 1 or 2 people in your village, in your school, in your mohalla, or maybe somebody who is driving your car, his children, or a person who is coming to clean your house, his children or her children, and do a PSR, personal social responsibility. In this process, you will be getting the blessings of Almighty and blessings of these people. For the betterment of people, those who are in the cities, big metros, there are many people to support them. Your support to these people in the village, in your school, is going to make lots of difference.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us today. We really appreciate it, and wonderful work done at the Aspirational District, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Bless you.